Hey everyone! So for this discussion, what I found super interesting was kind of just how important mechanization and quantification are in the sciences. Especially in psychology. It had its roots, a lot of its roots came from philosophy, of course. I think most of the sciences did kind of originate from philosophy, but I think to really separate something from philosophy and give it the label of a science, it's really important to have the mechanization and quantification and variables and data and ways of measurement, basically. Without it, all we would have are a bunch of theories floating around that we wouldn't be able to prove either way. No, you can never completely prove whether a theory is right or wrong, true or false, but through empirical testing and measurement, experimentation, we're able to kind of get a better idea of whether or not an idea has any sort of truth or merit behind it. So I think that was kind of really important, especially during this time period that we're talking about, in kind of advancing psychology as a science. Before this, people were coming up with spiritual explanations, and you can't really test that. It's not falsifiable. There's no way to operationalize variables, find correlations. It's too hazy and up in the air. So I think the efforts of a lot of the physicians and scientists and philosophers of this time to really quantify things and find a way to measure human behavior and mental processes, even like just bodily movement, even just things like that, finding a way to measure those, I think is what really helped kind of shift psychology towards its label as a science. So that was extremely important during this time to kind of come away from a lot of the spiritual explanations of a lot of events and behaviors. So yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting to think about how, what would science be like if we had never decided to operationalize and test and create experiments. It would just be interesting because we would just have theories. We wouldn't really have anything close to a truth to go off of to further the field. So yeah, those are my thoughts, and thanks guys for watching.